volunteer here at Sloan, and I'm amazed by you, the hundreds of volunteers who sacrifice their time and their energy, all in an effort to make this institution even greater than it is today. My daughter Erin shared an article with me about patient-to-patient. And since I had always wanted to find a way to repay all that MSK has provided me, I thought this might be a good place to start. At my very first meeting with this group of diverse, strong-willed, and very honest individuals, I knew this was a place I could help. What is patient-to-patient? It's a resource for patients who have recently been diagnosed or who are currently undergoing treatment and may either not have a solid support system available or are just going through a rough patch and need someone to talk to. They are put in touch with a patient-to-patient volunteer that is most closely associated with their situation. The experiences are very positive. These current patients are just like we once were. They just want a sympathetic ear that will listen, one who has suffered as they are currently suffering, who understands what they're going through, and one who provides a sense of hope. 20 years ago tomorrow, my beautiful wife Nancy and our daughters Erin and Rebecca welcomed another baby girl into our world, Jillian. Happy birthday, Jillian. We set up her crib in our tiny two-bedroom condo that we had hoped to replace with a larger home in the immediate future. Well, man plans and God laughs. You see, just 1 month later, I went to Huntington Hospital to have a lump removed from my left hand. Well, a routine outpatient procedure was the beginning of a life-changing experience. I was diagnosed with synovial sarcoma. The prognosis was not good. The doctor recommended that we get to Sloan. When you're faced with a daunting experience like cancer, you find out a lot about the people that you have surrounded yourself with. Those who came to support us, who were there to lean on, taught us a valuable lesson, a reinforcement of the golden rule: treat others as you would want to be treated. So we go through the cancer process. We educate ourselves, we go to our appointments, we spend hours waiting in clinics, go through constant tests and exams, and considering our uncertain financial situation, eat macaroni and cheese almost every night. We celebrate the good news, we cope with the unknown, and we handle it all with a positive attitude and a great sense of humor. So, we feel like we've made it. We're still alive. 19 months after this grim diagnosis, we are given the ultimate cancer distraction. Daughter number 4, As a result of this journey, we've all become more aware of the suffering of those around us. The simple fact is that as difficult as we have it, we are the fortunate ones, and we appreciate what we have. The girls watched my wife Nancy organizing fundraisers, running an adopt-a-family program in our community for local families in need, even in a time when we were probably more qualified to be the adopted. With her as a strong and positive role model, they have spent their lives quietly emulating her efforts. A few things that our girls have been involved with: Hope in a Home, Relay for Life, Special Olympics, and Walk for MS. They all have volunteered at local soup kitchens or food pantries. They all have donated their hair on multiple occasions to Locks of Love. They donate to the American Red Cross their blood, and they are all authorized organ donors. Erin and Rebecca even authorized cornea donors and on the bone marrow donation list. They did not do this to fill college applications or resumes. They would prefer to be anonymous. Lend a hand, raise money, make a difference, and know they were able to help. Nancy and I were not even aware of the many charities that Erin, Rebecca, and Jill were involved with while they were in college and since. Unbeknownst to me until recently, Rebecca, who works for Estee Lauder, has been volunteering with the Look Good, Feel Better program right here at Sloan for some time. Mind you, these young ladies put themselves through college, are saddled with unbelievable debt, and at times when they could be taking a third job or going out and entertaining themselves, which they do find time to do, they tend to put the needs of others first. One charity that means so much to them is Cycle for Survival. And I believe the attraction is A, all of the money raised, every single penny, goes to clinical research trials right here at Sloan. 2, its concentration is on rare cancers like mine. And C, the fearless Jennifer Lynn Goodman, who started this charity knowing her own prognosis was not good, and while fighting her own battle, took steps to see to it that one day this world would be cancer-free. She may have lost her battle 2 years ago, but her legacy continues. Over $31 million has been raised in just 7 years. Back to Sarah, who would not be here today if not for Dr. Patrick Boland and MSK. She's a tremendous ball of energy with a huge heart and a passionate soul. Since as long as anyone can remember, she has wanted to be a doctor. Since no Jonas Brothers or Twilight posters in her bedroom, only pulmonary, circulatory, and digestive system. She was so anxious to get started on her career path that she graduated high school a year early and has just finished her first year at American University studying biochemistry on a pre-med track. And she hopes to be accepted into the undergraduate internship program here at Sloan next summer. Jill, Sarah, and I have a goal. One summer, I'd like to bike across the country, followed by them in an RV decked out in the MSK and Cycle for Survival logos and colors, stopping at hospitals along the way, speaking to cancer patients, inspiring them to keep fighting and to never give up hope. Also to expand the number of Cycles for Survival sites across the country. Simultaneously, Jill, using her media and PR skills she has gained at NYU, developing advanced publicity, documenting the journey, and subsequently raising money and awareness. While looking for support for the trip, Sarah became frustrated with the lack of interest from one group in particular, and her reply to their negative response was, well, if you can't help me raise the money to help find a cure for cancer, I'll just have to do it without you. This is the essence of us as a family and how we approach obstacles. What each of you do as volunteers here at MSK has a much broader impact and lasting impression than you may ever be aware of. A heart you touch today, tomorrow, or even one like mine, which was touched by someone like you 20 years ago, is most likely making a difference in the lives of others today. A heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you and the sacrifices that you make. And trust me when I tell you, I am really happy